Hello and welcome to the MegaMonsterCast. For today, we are talking about episode 13 of Neon Genesis Evangelion. I
Yeah.
am Nick. With me are Alex and Josh.
Hello.
Hello there.
So
What's all the
we're
hype about?
yep. Not
I will fight you.
so. One second. Let me see what the two names. The names of this episode are.
Or do we get
Wait.
three again?
It might be
Wait,
three.
Let
It
me
might
find
be.
you on a bike.
We have
No.
Angel
Non-speaking term.
Infiltration or
Give you a
Lilliputian
helmet.
Hitcher.
Where the shit is the title splash in this episode?
Hmm.
Yes. Oh shit, that's actually hitting fast.
I know that Lilliputian Hitcher is one of the title cards that I saw on this, but I also know that
Do we know
Angel
what timestamp
Infiltration.
it was?
Not off the top of my head on this one.
I want to say every now and again, like we get halfway through the episode before we get the splash screen.
Yep. Yeah.
This one's all the way through.
I don't know where it is.
Just at the very end.
My scrubbing was not successful.
I watched this 3 times. I don't remember.
Yeah. So this episode is all about the Magi. That we get to find out how that works now.
Am
I
I-
sure hope
correct
it's
me-
not a brain.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they kind of imply in earlier episodes when we talked about the Magi? Didn't it seem like they were implying that it wasn't a nerve thing? Like it was something that controlled the population. It was kind of like the governing body, but it was outside of nerve.
They implied at least that it's part of the governing body. They didn't specifically say that it wasn't under
No, they
them.
did. I'm saying it was very. It seemed to me implicit that they weren't directly in control of it. Because it
You
seemed
may be
like one
right.
of those, like, oh yeah, no, it's just the Magi. It's that thing over there that we're not really a part of.
And it turns out, no, in fact, it's something they are deeply associated with.
Which further goes to like, what is Nerve doing?
They're letting Gendo fuck up the world. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, and you respect it.
He
No.
is
What?
tantamount to a dictator.
It's very orange in color.
If you're confused by that statement, tune into last week's episode of Gede, which is what we're recording the same night we're recording this one. All right, so we cut due to bodily functions and political activism. Anyway, yeah, so where were we? The Magi. Yeah.
Yeah, Super Magi.
Yeah, so the Magi are
When I say the big 3.
yeah.
The big three. Indeed.
So this episode is also a thinly veiled reason to have 3 teenagers naked for the majority of the episode.
At least they're not shown a lot. Thank God that most of it's adult.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
It's so contrived. Like, it's so not plot necessary, in my opinion.
Yep.
They have so
There's
many
no
different
plot.
experiments that they run on the kids. Like, having them buck-ass naked for one of them.
Yeah, just
Like, you've already given me enough question and going like, oh, they have imitation pods. Oh, they have this simulated thing. Oh, they have imitation bodies. Like, come on.
we all know this was for
For
what's his
Gendo.
name?
Gendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to say Ginto, and I don't want to Blazar's name like that.
Mhm. So yeah,
God. Can't wait for Gendo to get his comeuppance. I'm hoping for it.
Oh yeah, you want good news or bad news?
I want you to shut up.
so anyway, they get put
He's
inside of
the
this
hero.
nightmare.
No. Absolutely. I quit the podcast. God damn.
Yep.
Ugh.
No, so you get put inside of this nightmare pseudo Ava. It's fucking horrifying looking if you think about it too much.
The muscles and the wires.
Yep.
And the lack of head.
Yep.
And legs.
It's just a body, no brain, right? Which basically makes me think that the Ava pilots serve as the amygdala more than they do the frontal cortex of these things. If there's any shared anatomy with humans.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's not a thing. We're
So
trying
that's
to guess stuff, Alex.
That's me hypothesizing, just saying.
Yep.
Even my watch ahead has not confirmed nor denied that hypothesis. That's why I'm positing it.
Yep. So while they're
I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to withstand not watching the end of this.
dude, again, I'm fine
We're
with
doing
you
it
watching
live.
Yeah, you just have to be like, you have to tell us when you're doing it so we can record that.
It's the feeling's gonna smack me. Maybe we can coordinate something here in the near future. Go ahead.
I will change any plans I have. If you tell me a day, it'll be the day we record.
Okay.
Anyway, so
We'll
yeah.
make it happen.
Misato is also upset because Ritsuko never talks about her personal life. They're having this conversation while experimenting on 3 naked teenagers. And then some weird shit looks like it's
This
happening.
small talk is fantastic.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of something I appreciate in Evangelion. Like, this is just their job, so like this is mundane shit to them. So yeah, they're gonna be like talking about like.
Does it not feel like these are novel tests though? Like that's why they keep going. Like, okay, literally, I would say over half of the time we see them doing experiments, they go catastrophically wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even
Like,
when
these
they
have
don't
to
do
be
tests, it
spinning
goes
novel.
catastrophically wrong.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything that goes wrong. Everything goes wrong.
Them living day to day goes wrong.
You're not wrong. It's pretty accurate that everything just goes wrong in their day-to-day lives.
The only one that has any
They've
sense of
rebuilt this-
normality is Pin.
They've rebuilt the city 15 times in the last month, Josh.
Actually, no, they haven't.
No, those
Because
buildings
the
go
good part
underground.
is underground.
Yep. They go underground when something bad happens.
Not all of them.
I
The
said
ones
the
they
good
care about.
parts.
Yep. So yeah. We get that there's some sort of weird discoloration going on that turns out to be not some sort of rusting or anything. It turns out that it's an angel that's a colony of
Super AI nanobots.
yeah.
There's no way they could have beat this thing. This thing is literally invincible.
Yep.
No, it was evolving, and everybody knows if you evolve far enough, you eventually just die.
No, it's literally counter to the theory of evolution.
No, it's
It makes
evolving
no
to die.
sense.
It's evolving
thing
to
is-
die, Alex.
No, that
It's
makes no
becoming
sense.
human.
What?
It's become human.
No, why would it choose our form? We have so many problems.
So it could die.
No, that makes no sense.
Makes all the
Flogs her
sense if you don't
death.
think about it.
I don't buy how they beat this one.
That's
This one
fair.
above all other ones, I don't buy.
That's fair.
I love that like the actual like eradication of it at the end. I somewhat buy, but like everything else, it's clearly superior to you, and there's no reason why you would have any amount of hours in order to counter this thing.
Because it had to take a nap.
No, they don't sleep. That's the whole fucking point.
AI gets tired. It's like you don't even have a degree in AI.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So
No, it's not. Yeah.
yeah, this is basically so the corrosion slash AI powered angel nanobot colony uh is taking over the Magi. That it is going after the three Magi compute. Well, first it's going after the weird, horrifying abomination half Ava. So they destroy it, and then
Yeah.
it starts spreading
It goes
to the
the
Magi.
Bartholomew Magi.
Balthazar, yes.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
that's it.
named
I
after
said,
yeah, because they're named after the three wise men.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Casper the Friendly Ghost.
yeah. And
They pronounce it
matriarch.
Caspar.
Caspar. Yes.
Yep.
And it took me a few times them saying it for me to catch it. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, no, I was watching it on Netflix too, and I was like, oh, Caspar. Like, okay. And I saw the name, I was just like, the fuck?
Yeah, I know, right?
Not right at all.
Yeah, so this is a Ritsuko heavy episode as we find out that her mother was actually the one that made the Magi. So this is a personal, it's not just professional and for the sake of the world that they stopped this angel. It's personal this time.
Yeah.
This time, it's personal.
God, I hope we don't find out anything absolutely horrifying later on about her mother.
I mean, she was
Do
an
you want the
adult.
good news or the bad news?
All of them?
Yep.
It's all bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, we got it. We got the splash screen.
This whole universe is bad.
Mhm.
God, did I just go back too far? I got back too far.
So, something important to mention is Gendo specifically wants, well, they're going to launch the
34 hours.
Avas without the pilots, and specifically, Ava Unit 1 is the priority unit to keep safe. Out of the three of them, keep Unit 1 safe, which is
wonder why.
interesting.
Well, it is interesting that it's not Unit 0.
Or Unit 2, which is the full, like, Unit 0 is the prototype, Unit 1 is the test type, Unit 2 is the production type. So it's technically, supposedly, the furthest along in development of the three.
Yeah, well, one might have a special place in his heart.
I mean,
No.
You don't know this yet, Alex. It might have something special.
there's a
You don't
couple
give a
things
shit
we can
about
bring up.
this, about the driver.
Yeah, he doesn't care about Shinji. He cares about the Ava. Shinji just happens to be inside of it most of the time.
He'd rather it be the other one.
He couldn't get it to work with Rei, otherwise this wouldn't be a problem.
I don't need you otherwise.
Yeah. So this angel is just attached itself to this horrifying abomination Ava, and it's going after the Magi. We find out that the Magi, I'm going to skip way far ahead. The Magi turn out to be supposedly based off of Ritsuko's mother's brain.
3 different aspects.
Yeah. How do
Yeah.
you make that work? How do you separate the parts of the brain like that and not have it be a logical separation?
By separating the woman part, the scientist part, and the mother part? I don't remember the third part.
Because
Yeah,
there's
it was.
literally no interplay between those 3 parts of a woman.
Yeah. But you got to remember, this is
But what is a brain?
it's a lump of gray stuff.
I don't know. Mine's damaged, so.
Well, and it kind of looks like there might be a little bit of brain architecture going on later
The fact
in
that
the
there's ports in it.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that we see the folds and everything, it's very reminiscent.
I mean,
No, I think it's the actual brain in it.
it wouldn't be the. So they bring up the fact that, like, what is it? The OS, the Avas run on, the Magi run on a similar system. So, shocker, maybe the Magi are just 3 giant brains.
Probably an Ava brain.
Or a bunch of
Or-
little brains designed to be one big brain.
Also possible.
Well, they're supposed to be independent agents. It's like what I do when I dual ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini together.
Yep, that's literally what this is about. If they
It's
had,
literally what it is.
Yep.
Like I do this regularly whenever I'm trying to prototype new code.
You also try to stop corrosive super AI? from
No,
evolving?
I'm literally using the Magi.
Yep. So which one's the woman? Which one's the scientist? Which one's the mother?
Gemini is clearly the mother.
That's probably true. I think Claude is the scientist and GPT is the woman.
Okay.
Now explain why in the most sexist way possible. You
Yeah.
can do it.
Make Gendo Ikari proud as you explain how the 3 things work.
And
No.
Yep.
the cut was for his no.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're trying to. So they go through the ducts basically to get to the Magi, because yeah, and inside of the ducts are just tons of fucking notes.
I think this is the actual access port, not the ducts.
Yeah, you're probably right. This is also a terrible idea to just keep all these like scientific notes lining the walls of the access port.
Well, how else will it look creepy?
Well, it probably wasn't a security risk until it was installed.
Mhm.
It was probably in development for a while. It's not good on Ritsuko to have left them there, knowing that she knows that they've been there.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a little problematic. Yeah, so it turns out
It's a security, like you don't have to be a security specialist to know that that's an obvious problem.
I mean, it's not a problem if you don't think about it.
yeah, she didn't want to touch
No,
them because it
it's a
grossed her out.
problem.
No, just don't think about it and you're fine. If you don't think about it, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Even the intern points out, like, hey, we have the fucking nuclear codes to this thing. Can we use this? It's a
Yeah.
No.
backdoor code.
Why do we have all this highly classified information just here?
Well,
I don't
so
see any encryption.
Why are
Well,
you
how
letting me
else will
hold
you
this right
do?
now? Why
You know,
am I allowed to do this?
in case we ever wanted to steal information and send it to other companies.
Mm-hmm.
If we ever wanted to take down the man.
The man.
Yeah.
Keyboard number 25. Jesus.
So yeah, they managed to stop the angel, and the three naked teenagers are still naked and complaining.
But first, we get adult butt shots.
We do get some adult butt shots. Hold on to those as long as you can. That's the only appropriate butt shots you're going to get for a while.
It's true.
So yeah, this again, I think this is a good episode because it highlights a couple of things that are interesting. Like the Magi are clearly at least somewhat based on the same concept as the Avas. Like there's a real fucking brain inside of there, which
Yeah, there
means
very clearly is something semi-organic going on.
yeah, which means that the Avas also like we're never really straight up told the Avas. Like you can kind of assume a few things about the Avas just based off of what we see. This is kind of like the hint at, well, if the Magi are running on the same operating system and they clearly have what looks like a brain, the Avas probably have brains too.
And that's the brain of a child.
Yep. The brain of a teenager. But not
God.
Shinji.
Yeah,
He doesn't
because
have
he's
one of those.
fucking idiot.
Yep. So yeah, tune in next time where we are gonna watch the clip show episode. Yay!
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Sealy, the seat of the soul, or weaving a story. The first half's a clip show, then the second half is not. And that pushes the plot forward some. Anyway, tune in next time. Bye bye.